Okay, I removed the trade history because it was blocking our view. So you entered around this price on this candle, this particular candle, and you were stopped out right here on thereabouts 15. That is 26 minutes after. That's 26 minutes after 3. If we find the exact hour, it should be around this candle here. Yeah, this particular candle. Can you see it? Let me get rid of that so you can see. This particular candle stopped you out. So now, here is the gist. You did a sell. Let's get rid of that. You did a sell on this candle that got you stopped out. So looking at this market scenario right now, what we want to now know is, was it okay to be doing a sell at this stage? Was it okay? Are you getting me? Well, was it okay to be doing a sell at this stage? If you look at the markets, okay, you can tell that it has been going down as from the previous day. This is the period separator separating the previous day from this particular day. So as of the previous day, the price was going down. It came down all the way to this place before the buyer started taking things up. Okay. Now, if you notice, you will find that the market created what looked like a support down here. Let's draw that in. Okay. Because the market came around there a second time, that is here, and then came there a third time. It tried to go past it, was pushed back, just like it happened here. And then the market tested this place severally. So the fact that the price kept being rejected beyond this level gives an idea that this might be the buyer's zone. The buyers are here. Every time the price tries to get here, the buyers start taking things up. So buyer's zone, therefore, for that reason, the price, you can see it took flight, moved upwards. Now, when it got here, it began to kind of refresh. The buyers and sellers tug of war. The sellers overcame, though temporarily the price came down, but it didn't come all the way down to retest support. The buyers quickly took things up again. But notice again, this time around, the buyers couldn't take price beyond the previous high. You're looking at this particular candle. The buyers couldn't take it, if you can see. They didn't take it beyond this previous high before the sellers again. Notice how the sellers aren't allowing the price to cross this area. There is something about that area. Let's see. This area. You can see the price was there previously, right? It was quickly rejected. You could even move back a bit and find price reacting from that zone. Here, price closed above it, but very temporarily, the sellers knocked it away. So the sellers are kind of rejecting price from here. And then there's a retest of that zone up here. And then here again, showing the sellers tended to be having some power here. It was the reason why the buyers could not take price beyond here, because there happened to be a lot of sellers. But something happened, because here, the pullback here shows that the sellers couldn't really take the price down that much before the buyers pushed above that area. And as you know, resistance once broken becomes support, right? So the fact that the buyers were eventually able to look at the strong candle that they used to break that level of resistance, because that resistance that was being encountered by the sellers pushing things down was broken with this candle. Price went up a bit. On its coming back, it's going to come back into that same resistance, but now as support. Can you see that? Now as support. Are we together? So notice that it really acted as a support, because this candle shows the influence of the buyers, showing that they have really won. The buyers have really won this battle.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
And this is the sign. This strong bullish buy is proof of that the buyers are now in charge.
Yeah.
They took it up all the way here. Then the refresh comes. Do you now see why it wasn't a good idea to sell? Because the buyers had just shown that they are in charge. Have you seen that?
Yes.
They finally just broke through resistance and retest support. So buyers are still in charge. It's still a buyer's market. What you should be looking for at this point, given this, when you see this power, you see this strong bullish power, that is what should give you idea that the buyers are in control of this market. Are you getting it?
Yes.
This strong bullish power is what should just give you the idea conclusively that the buyers are in charge. And it is a strong candle that broke resistance, isn't it? And notice that this whole move was begun by the buyers. Can you see that? It's the buyers that started all the way from here to drive prices up. And they've broken resistance. And they've done this strong buy. Add these three together, you know that you are in a strong buyer's market. There wasn't any reason for you to be doing a sell on this candle. What you should have been looking for instead was for when the pullback will be over. Right? The pullback is coming in, so you're just watching the sellers exhaust themselves in trying to take prices down. You are watching for that exhaustion candle, and it came right here. This is an exhaustion candle. Okay, this is like a hammer, isn't it? A bullish hammer, which is a very strong sign that prices are about to start going up. So this is where you should have been entering, and not for a sell, but for a buy. Okay? For a buy, not for a sell. And afterwards, there came this strong fight. Now, if you had done a buy here and the buy did not perform above this high, like if you had done a buy here, you'd have been targeting to take your profits around here. Am I right? Yeah, you'd have done a buy here, place your stop loss somewhere here, or even if possible below this level, depending on your reward to risk ratio. Then if you are taking profit here and you notice that the price came back down to that area, okay, then went back up, retest of resistance, came back down to support, retest, you've entered the ranging market now, isn't it? So that means that, okay, it's like the buyers have lost control. Summary of everything we've said here is that doing that sell here wasn't really the best. Based on the information you are seeing here, you would have just concluded that the buyers are in charge. I should look for opportunity to buy, wait for this pullback to come, then do a buy, and not to do a sell, because you are doing a sell in a buyer's market. And that was why when the market started going up, it stopped you out. You were stopped out because you are doing a sell in a buyer's market. Look at it, the price has been going up now. Even if you wanted to draw it like a trend line, right? Wouldn't you have an upward sloping market? Right? You would have an upward sloping market, even call it a channel if you will. But the prices are going up, so there was no reason to be doing a sell here. Are you getting it? If you wanted to do a sell, it should be happening at the top of the channel. It should be happening at the top of the channel if you must do a sell. So doing a sell on this candle wasn't the best move.